I missed part of what you just said because I was answering that. Just my time?
It's your time. I just passed the baton.
Okay. Well, thank you. You know, you do so good at explaining that. I appreciate your talent is speaking and motivating. So thank you. Okay, so products. This is what I've been thinking about this because so many times I've had people say, well, you seem to understand the products. And to some extent, yes, because I read things about it. I try to absorb it. I love that type of information. But when you really start talking with someone about the science behind it, I don't feel like I know enough. And I think a lot of times that can hold us back from sharing because we feel like we don't really know enough to share. But so our focus really, we're trying to focus one product at a time. Tonight's Mega X. And it's not to say that you need to know the science. It's not to say you have to be able to say, well, it's going to help with this, 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 and this. To some extent, yes, we need to know that. So we're not sharing the product to tell you that you have to know these things. But as your business grows, I think it's just going to come in handy to kind of not just know that, okay, Mega X is going to help with blood pressure and stress, and that it's for heart and brain function. Those are kind of general things, but every once in a while you're going to find things that are learned behind the scenes from some videos that we're going to share. Not tonight, but we're going to try to go a little more in depth with when you hear someone in a conversation say, well, what products do I need? You're going to want to be able to give them at least some hint to which products they should try first. If they can't afford Slim, some of our other products, such as Mega X, can sort of duplicate some of the same benefits. Not all of them, but let's say, like I learned today that Mega X can also help with controlling your insulin sensitivity. I didn't know that till today's video. So that's little videos. That's why I'm trying to find things like that to help you guys to know, okay, they can't afford Slim, but they may need some form of help with regulating their insulin sensitivity. Then Mega X is going to be a good option for them possibly. So I know a lot of y'all probably know a lot of about the Mega X. Again, the basics, that it's brain and health, brain and heart function, that it's going to benefit that. So I copied a lot of stuff, and I'm not going to read everything, of course, because that would be boring. And backing up to the belief that we need to have in our products is crucial for moving forward with any growth that you want. You need to be able to be a product of the product, and that belief is going to, if you don't have that true belief, it's going to hold you back, of course. So I think everyone here pretty much is believing in the products, though. So again, I'm not going to read everything, but some things that stand out to me, of course, we all know that if we're posting these things about Mega X, that our bodies don't produce the fatty acids that we need. So that is why we need it in the first place. And there's a lot of benefits, of course, brain health. It's going to possibly help with clarity, even where we get some of that with Slim, possibly with a ProBio 5, but that clarity also with the brain health. If you think about it, like a video I listened to today talked about even the attitudes that we need. Let's see, what did they say? It was with honey, my teenager over there with headphones in, pouring cereal. Hello. Did y'all hear that? Oh, funny. So even with our attitude, our mental clarity, brain health, I'm just going to leave it at that because I lost my train of thought there. Sorry. Aids of relaxation. Why is ours any better than someone else's? Okay, at first we were coming out saying we have the only 100% plant-sourced omegas. Well, that's not really true. We have the only one of our kind, which is 100% plant source, but ours is the only one that has the ahi flower, and that is the most highly potent form that you can get of, I can't remember all the things, SDA and all that. So again, I'm going to post stuff like that if you need to go back to for the science of it, but there's a reason, just like Plexus tends to do, they tend to find something that is so unique that nobody else is going to have, and it has really rounded out our products. And I listened to that today again from these dietitians that they're so high on that Mega X because there was kind of a gap in the full health approach with Plexus, and that kind of filled in that gap. So that's really exciting. Let's see. It is vegetarian, vegan, but the reason ours is, and there are other vegetarian vegans out there, but ours is the only one that has the 3, 6, 9, 5, and 7, which y'all probably know that already. But that's why we can say ours is unique, is the ahi flower oil, which again, that is, there's just so many pluses with the ahi flower. And just that we have the 100% plant source. It also has the 3, 6, 9, 5, and 7. So we do have something that nobody else has, but you have to be careful it has to be complete about what you're saying. We're not the only one with a 100% plant source omega. So it does have the higher bioavailability because of the ahi flower oil. So I do have a couple of videos I'm going to post also. One is that one I'm referring to a lot, the Ami Darling and Wendy Larson video. And as with most of them, it's a little long, but it's just, if you can take the time to learn, if you want to learn, then just take the time to do that. Listen while you're cooking dinner. That's what I do, and take notes. But and then there's also one, of course, by Plexus Worldwide that you could use to promote. A lot of us have done that already. So you want to open this up to questions on the because here's the thing, we don't have, did you do it? We don't have a lot of testimonies yet with the Mega X. And that, we feel like, maybe we're not pushing it as much because we don't have testimonies to say, here's the results from Mega X. But
Sorry, I just unmuted everybody so you could open it up, and then everybody. Sorry, I should have warned you.
I feel that because, if you're sitting here, you're probably like eyes glazing over because I'm telling you these details. But some parts of those, sometimes it's going to matter to somebody. That's what I'm trying to get at, is it's good to know some of this just because when you have a conversation with someone, or at least know where to go for the information. Because it could make a difference for one of your customers or for your own family. So any questions on the Mega X? Are you hearing any testimonies? We're hearing a lot about sleep. We're hearing
cholesterol.
Are we getting some on cholesterol?
Yeah, I mean, I think after because it's now been out for Oh gosh. Well, it technically has been out since June, but they re-released it, right? So doesn't for those who've been taking it since June, we are getting results. But those who didn't order until they re-released it, maybe not.
Well, does anyone have a personal testimony there on how you feel it's making a difference?
Made a difference in my sleep. I take it at night with my thyroid. My doctor approved me to take it with my thyroid, and I sleep better than what I was.
So do you take your thyroid at night and not in the morning?
Right. I was taking it in the middle of the night, but he told me at my last visit that it wouldn't hurt to take my thyroid medicine with the Mega X. And I take my ProBio during the day with my meals, so I do those two at night.
I haven't heard that suggestion. That's interesting.
I've actually been taking it before I go work out. I take it with water, and then I take it, I don't know, for me, like while I'm working out, I just feel, and I know it has nothing to do with working out, but I feel more concentrated. And then when I'm home, I don't get sore the next day. It's really weird. It's really weird. I did it once before because I thought, oh, well, maybe it'll just circulate through my body if I'm going and I'm running and I'm doing cardio, because I was doing that and the X Factor. And then I decided I wanted to just kind of see what the Mega X was about instead of just the X Factor. And I did it again. And I don't know, I just feel differently. I can tell a difference when I'm not taking it and when I am taking it. I haven't really been able to pinpoint it yet, though. I usually do my Slim and my Accelerator in the morning, so I know it doesn't have anything to necessarily do with that part of it. So, I don't know.
Yeah, the two bio. No.
It's kind of weird.
I am muted everyone, so if everybody thinks that they're muted, they're not. So poor Raja probably thinks she's muted.
Larry and I take the Mega X and the ProBio at night, and I know we both sleep a lot better.
Oh, good. I never even occurred to me to take it at night, so I'm interested by that.
Yeah.
I have split mine, one in the morning, one at night. I felt like after I was hearing that people were taking it in the morning and feeling too relaxed, so they were trying it at night and felt like it made them sleep better. So I tried that with 2 at night and felt like it was too much. So I split it, and that seems to be a good fit for me. So one with Slim and X Factor and everything in the morning, and then one at bedtime with ProBio. And I think it gives a little bit deeper, just more relaxed sleep.
So you go ahead.
I've seen several people say, and I don't know if it was a study or not, but that most heart attacks happen at night or early morning, and they say that that's why it's a good to take it at night. And that's why I started it.
So how many of you take your X Factor and stuff just with Slim?
I take my X Factor with my Slim.
I take my Slim by itself, and then I take Accelerator, X Factor, Mega X, typically all 3 together with food.
I take everything all at once in the morning. I feel like with the aloe, that's not what I've heard it, so anything you're taking with the aloe, that you're going to get increased absorption with that. So I take Slim, X Factor, 1 Mega X. I take my Ease and Nerve also at the same time. All on an empty stomach.
Huh.
Doesn't hurt.
No, I thought there was I had heard that when you take supplements like vitamins, taking them with food breaks them down better because your body is processing the food, therefore it breaks the vitamins down better. So that's why I take it with food.
I'm like Vaughn. I want to get the advantage of the aloe, so I take it with my stuff with the X Factor.
I even took my antibiotic with my X Factor to make sure that it got rid of whatever I've had for the last 2 weeks.
Interesting.
Because here, my understanding of the aloe is, they say it knows the zip code of where things need to go. So, makes sense.
Yeah, I just think it's interesting to find out what other people are doing, because sometimes I'm very regimented in what I do, and I need to hear flexibility.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what anything that y'all feel you need regarding product knowledge? I've got the YouTube channel I've got some videos loaded for customers to send them to customers to the YouTube video for us. So anything else other than be able to send them to a YouTube channel for you to be able to speak it? We have the resources we've got, and you guys are capable of doing your own research. I know that. But if there's anything I can do as a leader, let me know to help. Okay.
I have a question with the new is X Factor just changed a little bit in their formula, or is there another one we need to order if we want that MT whatever? I'm not even sure.
MTA, the MTHFR.
Yes.
The methylation.
Yes.
Yeah, it is. Anything you've gotten October 29th after would have the fully methylated the B's and the folic acid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I think I ordered it. It was ordered on the 28th, but it got shipped later. So it didn't.
You can tell if you look at your bottle, you'll see on the ingredients. You know how they have it in parentheses after, so folate or folic acid, and it'll start with methyl or methylation. So it'll start with that.
Okay.
So if it has the MTHYL in the parentheses, the beginning of the term, then it's the new one.
Okay. All right. Well, I didn't know if there was a way people needed to order differently, or if it just automatically will come that way.
Automatically.
Okay.
Okay, that's really all I had. I think, probably I'm going to use that video. I know not everyone's doing the team challenges for points to win prizes, but that shouldn't stop you from, I'll put some questions on the videos. I can't speak dietitian, so they do a really good job explaining it. One really cool thing I learned on the video, they'll explain it better, but another unique thing, why our Omega X is unique, is the omega-6. If you research just generically omega-6, you're going to see kind of alerts about that it causes inflammation in our bodies. But ours, because it's coming from the ahi flower oil, it is actually reducing inflammation. So that is something if someone says, well, I thought omega-6s were bad for you, causing inflammation, go, aha. Oh, that's funny. Ahi flower. Okay, I was like, I cracked myself up, sorry. The ahi flower, that form of omega-6 is good for us, not bad.
What is the other purpose of omega-6? I'm really stupid when it comes to stuff like this.
Well, they did talk about, the attitude, the something about the attitude. They talked about attitude.
And does it give me attitude or take it away?
No, it's about brain health.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know. I can't tell you.
Did you read anything, and this is the question I have had a few times, is someone has said there's a difference between plant-based omegas versus fish-based, and there is a pull towards fish-based because there's something plants can't provide, but I don't know what it is.
I think that was on there.
I have to admit, I didn't read through all yours.
Yeah, it was either in all my stuff or the video, so I'll try to point it out.
Good. Well, that was just wondering because someone asked me, and I was like, I don't know the answer to that.
Yeah.
So I don't know how many of you are doing the challenge, but did anybody watch Melissa Eichenhorst's video on November to Remember contest? Besides me?
I did.
Um,
Loved it. It's so
Haven't
good.
yet.
guys.
It's
I
on
saw
my to-do.
All right. So I only had for the challenge for the points, it was the first 11 minutes of it, which one thing Melissa does really well is convey belief and convey excitement and enthusiasm. And she's just tangibly like a little ball of sunshine. But I stayed and watched the entire 39 minutes. And I kid you not, I could do an entire replication of her video tonight. The notes were crazy. So good. Like nuggets of information that you can tangibly pick up and take somewhere else and do. And I would love to, I don't know, I personally would love to pull, and it would probably be all the same people on this call, so it doesn't really matter, to pull everybody together and do daily and weekly challenges that we do because we want to grow our business. And if you don't want to join, you're not going to do them. But if you're going to join, you're going to do them, because I just think that there's, like, one of the things she says, like she had all this to do until the 15th of November, and then after the 15th, here's what you want to do. And you had reached out to all these people for the first 2 weeks, and then the second 2 weeks, you're going to send them testimonies and diamond documentaries and really follow up with what you say. She had very, very direct things, specific things to do. So one of the things I was saying is my piece of training, ambassador piece, so we did the product, but the ambassador training piece we went to do tonight was talk about how to use testimonies and diamond documentaries and the weekly opportunity calls. How do we use those in the most efficient way to communicate with our potential customers and ambassadors? And I came up with a few, because sometimes we are stuck with, so-and-so has this going on, how do we help them? Yes, we have tons of groups, but you can also just plug into the search screen on Facebook, MS and Plexus, and it will bring up all the posts that are public or that you're friends with people who have posted, one or the other. And you can read through a bunch of different testimonies that way. So that's one idea. You can pull some of these. So let's say you've been talking to somebody, like I personally have a customer that I'm working on research for, and she has 2 autoimmune diseases. We chatted for 20 minutes. She had no idea what leaky gut was, and so I kind of felt like horrible for her. She's not overweight, so she's like, oh, I don't need the slim and stuff. I don't need to lose weight. I don't even eat that much, which led me to ask, and why don't you eat that much? Oh, I just never feel good when I eat. And I'm like, and you know it all connects, right? And she's like, what? Like no one has ever told her or helped her understand the connection between everything. So part of what I'm going to do is I'm looking up leaky gut and sending her information. And then on top of that, I'm going to look up these autoimmune and how autoimmune and leaky gut are connected. And I want to send her testimonies of people who are in similar situations. I'm not currently looking at her as an ambassador. I'm looking at her as a potential customer. So I'm not going to send her a diamond documentary. But one thing that I've asked my team to do on occasion is listen to those weekly opportunity calls, and let's log them in our Google Drive on what the topics are that they cover. Because that way, if we hand over the phone number to the weekly opportunity call, we will know there's a thyroid on there, there's a multiple sclerosis testimony, there's a weight loss testimony, and we will know what they're going to hear, and they get to hear from live people talking. So, did I hear voices? No. So that's another way to use it. The other thing that I do a lot of, like I have people that have reached out to me with different issues but never ordered. And they've said, well, what do you have? And I've tried to give them, background on their own issues, let alone what Plexus can do for them. And so whenever I see somebody post about a testimony that rings true to them, their issue, whether it's diabetes or whatever, I forward that. I share it into their personal Facebook Messenger. And I said, I'm just thinking about you, and I read this. Like, this might be something, like, it's worth listening to. And just when stuff like that comes up, I just want them to know that I saw something and I thought of you. Because part of this relationship-based is, in doing that, I'm not necessarily telling them I want your money. What I'm trying to tell them is There's other people like you, and there's other people getting better quality of life. And I want that for you. And I have not stopped thinking about you. I have not stopped like considering what you're going through on a daily basis. I am helping or trying to help you find solutions for how you feel. So that's my agenda when I send, is that it's coming from the heart. And I want them to know that really, because it's legitimately true. I mean, I read something and I go, oh, that sounds like so-and-so. I should send it on. So you can use it that way. If you're sending someone an initial email who said, hey, send me some information, I really need to lose 20 pounds, send testimonies with it. You know, get them hooked up with your YouTube channel or whatever you have that can give them a place to go. The other key thing I was going to say is when you're listening to these and doing these testimonies, you're getting people that are genuine, right from the heart. I mean, we've all been there. I assume most of you have been there to an event when people get up into testimonies and they're bawling their eyes out. Like, these people aren't up there to sell stuff. Like, they are truly sharing their heart, hoping it helps somebody else. And in the end, that's what we're all there for. It does me no good to sell somebody a product if it doesn't help them. So when people say, you know, I'm going to stop because I'm not losing what I want, like, I don't want you buying on my behalf because you're supporting me. Like, that actually makes me feel worse. Like, don't do that. I don't want to take your money. So I would prefer to see people see me giving them something genuine that is full of integrity. The one thing that Vonda was pointing out when anybody see my lights go off?
Yeah.
Swore the power just flicked. I'm like, what?
Mine did the same thing.
Okay, thank you. A little bit of a snowstorm happening.
Uh-huh.
One thing Vonda pointed out with these testimonies is the greatest thing about this is people aren't giving these testimonies to benefit themselves. And they're not even giving credit. You know, glad I listened to so-and-so. They all give credit to, thank you, Plexus. Thank you to my ambassador. Thank you to so-and-so who introduced me. Thank you to God. They're all so grateful. Like, you gotta love grateful people. I mean, they just take the pressure and the intensity and they just let it go. And they're like, hey, I'm just, thank my lucky stars I'm here. And people understand that genuine piece. It's another reason to pass along these testimonies. The Diamond documentaries are interesting because some people have major health issues and they sign up for ambassador prices. Some people are broke as broke can be, sign up to the ambassadors. Other people just wanted to lose some weight, sign up as ambassadors. There's usually a Diamond documentary to fit everyone. So if you have somebody who you think really could use it financially or is struggling to pay for the product and you're trying to say, hey, I think you should be an ambassador so you can earn it back, you have many, many avenues to say, look what so-and-so has done. Like, I've met this girl, I've watched her videos, like, you can, like, I follow her on Facebook, like, whatever. These are real people. They're not made up fantasies that we use in order to sell stuff. Like, use them as what they are. They're human. And let's see. Okay, I had a proposal. To kind of challenge those that are on here, because I feel like the people that are on here are challenge worthy. Pick 5 people, use some videos, find a way to share video, opportunity call, whether a testimony comes video form or written with a photo, whatever, and find 5 people that you can send a testimony to. Just say, hey, I was thinking about you and I found this and I just thought I should send it to you because it kind of speaks your name. Do it. See what happens. Show them that other people share their grief or their sorrow or their sadness and their situation. One thing I would love for us to do, and I don't care if this is via those on the video or whoever is watching it recording, at least once this week, but for sure once this week, let's post a powerful post on our Facebook page and call out to either our immediate team, Vonda's, mine, or Feeling Plexi, or if Vonda posts to her team, I will see it and vice versa. and then we are going to share. And we're going to stick it on there. We're going to friend each other, and we're going to comment the daylights out of it. Our team needs to be a resource for each other. I put up a Testimony Tuesday. It's really disappointing when one person from my team comments. No, I want my team involved. My team puts up a testimony. I want 3 to 5 people from our team or our close-knit team members from our peer teams posting and commenting. We don't have to do every testimony. In fact, it kind of looks kind of stupid if you do every one. Like, oh, there's that girl, she must sell plexus. She comments on everything Rhonda puts up. I try really hard, unless I have something quality to say, to just put something on there. But we need to support each other. By commenting, liking on each other's posts, we are giving credibility. We are moving the feed up into this, or the post up into the news feed for other people to see. And we are starting conversations that other people are reading. And we want them to read those conversations, because what's in the comments is almost important as what's in the post. You can put the post up there, and then someone in the comments may strike a nerve with somebody that's reading it. We need to do more of that. I personally have not put very many up that I have asked for responses. Like, some people do the Testimony Tuesdays, and then they tag a ton of people, which is fine, because that tells me they need my attention, and I will go give it. But what it doesn't do for me is it doesn't give the attention necessarily to my newsfeed, which is fine, because I'm doing it for them. But we need to pay attention and be each other's support. We need to boost the visual, there's a word I'm missing here. But we need to be able to do that for each other. We should be supporting each other in this way. And it doesn't need to be every single post. And especially, it'd be nice if you said, this one was kind of, I posted a video of myself, or I took the time, this one really strikes somebody who's on the fence and I think they might see it. Will you please say something? Say something on one of the team pages, and we will jump on there and we will support you. And I really am curious what it does for your business when you do that, say once a week, when you kind of have a lot of momentum and people are seeing stuff. But those are the 2 challenges I have. Reach out to 5 people with those testimonies, documentaries, YouTube videos. And one of the posts you do, I want you to call out for help. I want you to call for backup. And I want us to all pitch in and do stuff for each other. And that's a wrap. Anybody have anything to add? We can just go all off script now. So join online.
I have a question.
Okay.
Like I've been hearing myself somewhere. Okay, so the call that I got a while ago was someone who has heart issues, and he's been doing awesome on plexus. And he's saying that it's causing his heart to race. Well, we know Slim won't do that. He's on the triplex. He's been doing great. All of a sudden, he's having heart racing is what he's saying. So have y'all had anyone like that? I'm trying to think of how to come back with that, but I don't know if a doctor's telling him it's causing it, but I can't think of anything in Slim that would be
the only thing I can think of, because they test, what I've heard is third-party testing says there's 0 caffeine in it. What if,
go ahead.
Yeah, what if a little bit got, like if they tested that batch, there may be 1% in it. Like if that happened, he with a heart issue could feel that, whereas other people might not.
He was taking, I thought, too much BioCleanse, but I told him to back off on that. So
Magnesium can do some things with your heart.
Right. Yeah.
But also, if he's using any of those essential oils, some of those will make, I don't know, that he may not have ever thought about that, but I started feeling some raciness in my heart, and I was using an oil, and I looked it up, and it can cause your heart to race. So there could be some other things that are mixing in at the same time. So maybe there's something else in his environment going on.
Yeah. Well, I hate it for him, because he's losing weight. He's gone down a pant size. He says, I feel like $1 million. He can't wait to drink his pink drink the next day.
Could he be dehydrated? Was he not drinking enough water?
I don't know. He says he pees all the time. And so I'm assuming he's getting water if he's peeing all the time. So I have been on that, making sure, but you never know if they really are. So, well, I'll research it some more. I just thought maybe someone had a testimony they knew of.
I just have one friend who's uber sensitive to slim. The one slim made her heart race, but that wouldn't be his issue because he's been taking it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was fine. He's been so a month and a half fine, and then all of a sudden some issue. No, I don't know. Okay.
Huh, sorry.
Is he taking blood pressure medicine?
Yeah. He's on
could be
BP. Yeah, he's been on BP meds for 20 plus years.
I wonder if he's taking too much BP meds since he's on the slim. It could be lowering because mine lowered fast on slim.
My mom's lowered and dropped quite a bit too. So
Does that cause your heart to race for lower BP?
I don't know if it would or not, but if
That's
you're
worth looking up though on the
too
web.
much,
Yeah.
Okay.
ladies, I'm gonna have to bow out if you guys don't mind.
That's
Bye.
fine.
We're not far behind you.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Nice to see you.
You too. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, so anyone have, anyone in the 7-day challenge here? Anybody?
I didn't get a bite at all.
Yeah. I didn't either. I thought I would, but I didn't. So.
Okay,
I had several that were interested, but they said they didn't have the money, so.
okay.
I have 3. They all have their product. They're just patiently trying to wait until we started on
I
Wednesday.
know, yeah, we had some shipping delays and order delays, so we're starting Wednesday. So,
I've
okay.
got some on hand. If I can round some up, I can just sell them some, but don't think they're going to do it.
A manageable set of time, like criteria. I've gone back to people that I've been talking to for like a year and a half and said, hey, we're doing this challenge. It's 7 days, blah, blah, blah. And those are the people that bought, the ones that have, I had one that I didn't even know was interested. Just boom, didn't even talk to me about it. But the others are people I had been on the fence for a while that I finally was like, throw the girl a bone, give me a 7-day trial.
I sent out about 10 personal messages and only got 2 replies.
Yeah, they're all, timing is everything. Just wish their timing was my timing. It's the truth.
Okay, well, anything else, guys?
If you guys have any suggestions as we go down the road, throw Vonda and I a message and we will, fold it into the calls. We really want to meet your needs, but we also want to push you a little harder than you may be wanting to go right now because that's our job. We all good?
Yep.
Good.
All right. Closing out. Everybody have a
Guys.
great Monday night.
You too.
Have a safe night, Oklahoma peeps.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.